Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to be talking about the really cool iPad app called Evernote, and I'll be explaining kind of how it works and why I like it so much. So let's get started. Okay, so we'll start out by creating an account. We can either create a new account with our separate email and password, or we can start from Google, which is what I chose to do. When you download Evernote, you can either download the free version that's called Basic, or you can pay for the upgraded versions with either Evernote Plus or Premium. You get a few extra features and more storage with the versions that you pay for. Personally, I think you have everything you need on Evernote Basic, but I think maybe if you were using this faithfully as a teacher, you might want the extra storage that come with the versions you pay for, but it's personal preference, I suppose. Alright, so here we have the home page of Evernote. We're in the app, and here we can see everything we need. Over here we've got, let me circle, we've got right here, we can choose to make a new note. Here we have all the notes we've made so far. Right here we have an alarm clock type looking icon, which is where our reminders are stored. You can set a reminder like this one right here will remind me to do these things at a certain time of day. Okay, so I clicked the plus on the last slide and I made a new note. And so we see here on the keyboard, you have a lot of different options for text. You can bold, italic, underline. This one right here allows you to type in highlighted. And one of my favorite things about this is that you can add checkboxes, so you can make a checklist, which is what I'm going to do. So let's check it out. Alright, so here I've made a checklist called the Start of Class Checklist. Now I just added a few little basic, very vague things I would have my students do as soon as they came in the room. This is something that you could do with Evernote if you had one-to-one iPads or Chromebooks in your classroom. You could have something like this and share it with the whole class, and they could see this every time they come in the room. Obviously you can post this somewhere else, but this is something you could send to the kids personally. This could be used for homework, anything like that. But I chose to make a checklist so that we could check out some of the features that come with that. And up here along this toolbar right here, we have a few options of things we can add to our newly made note. Here's where we can send a reminder. We can draw, we can add our voice, we can add pictures or files of other type. So what we're going to do first, I think, is draw a pretty picture. Okay, so what we see here is I've drawn us a beautiful little word art of College of Education here at K-State. And these dotted green lines that you're seeing right here are from using this tool right here, this cut tool. You can draw around anything that you want to cut out of what you've drawn. I believe you can use this with text as well, but I can see this being extremely helpful with something like this. If you were having kids take notes or practice drawing graphs, for example, during like a lecture in science or something like that, they can then cut out what they drew like this and then save it or move it, I guess, to a different note or move it somewhere else. So what you can do, then you just tap and hold down on the cutout part like you would be moving text on an iPad, for example, and you just choose copy or cut and then paste it again wherever you want to move it to. Okay, so here I chose the little alarm clock, and I decided to set a reminder to my note. You could use this if the kids were using Evernote during class. You could have a note pre-made in their iPads that reminds them to start working on something at a certain time. This could be for yourself. Lord knows I need reminded of things I need to do. So I think this is a really cool feature. Okay, so here, just real quick, I wanted to hit a few other features of Evernote that I'm not going to dive into real deep in this video, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew about. Evernote does have this cool feature where you can it will send you push notifications on your phone, iPad, wherever, that will notify you of reminders that you've set up, or if someone sends you a message, things like that. Then also you can sync your Evernote account to your desktop and see all of the notes and things you've made on your desktop. I can see this being extremely helpful once you see this other really cool feature that I'm going to show you. This camera right here is the greatest thing in the world. Let me just show you how that works. So, here is how the camera works. You can take a picture, you can upload pictures from your camera roll, or you can use Evernote's camera and you can scan pictures. You can take regular pictures, but you can scan documents into Evernote. Best thing in the world. So as you can see in the top picture, I decided to scan a picture of my calc textbook, and here's what it looks like. It clears it up super nicely. Like, you can tell the difference. It aligns it perfectly in the middle of the page, clears up the foggy camera flare, and then you can choose to save it as a photo, a document, a color document, a post-it note, or a business card. I honestly, hands down, think this is the best feature of it. Evernote. You could do so much with this. You really could. Okay, so the last feature that I wanted to tell you guys about in Evernote is, if you can think back to one of the first slides when I showed you what a new note looks like, there was the paperclip. That feature allows you to take clippings from internet sites and save them in your note. So, here's what you do. You find the website you want to use on whatever browser you're using. I'm on the iPad, so this is in Safari. I click this little share button up here, right here, and then I choose, I scroll over. At first, Evernote won't be there. You'll have to click more. But once you add it in, Evernote will be right here. You just choose Evernote, okay? And then this is what will pop up right here like this. You can choose to save this. You can name it whatever you want to name it, and you can save it wherever you want to save it. That's the other really cool thing, is that you get options. All your notes are not in the same place. You can save them to different notebooks or folders. So you could have one that is all Common Core and save different clippings from KSE or different websites that you found, all to the same place, all right there conveniently on Evernote. And you can draw on those things, you can highlight, you can do whatever you want. Finally, I don't have any pictures to show of this feature, but once you have a picture taken or something like this, and you want to search for that again in Evernote, you can search for the keyword from whatever picture or document you're looking for, and Evernote will find that for you. Oh my goodness, I can't say enough great things about Evernote. I really can't. I think this is a fantastic app, especially in an educational setting. You should totally download it. You don't even need the premium versions. You can totally get away with the free version, unless you think you need that much storage. But wow, this is a great app. I can't believe I never knew this existed. I'm totally going to use this as a college student in my classes. I think this is great. Go download Evernote.